Hi, Dr. Michael Morrissette here. We're about to inject a little bit of filler in my patient here, Ashley. She's 22 years old and wants a little bit of volume in her lips. It's her first time getting filler in her lips. It's going to be exciting for her. So Ashley, come on
How are you
down.
feeling, Ashley?
Excited.
All right.
First time, are you a little bit nervous, Ashley?
A little bit.
Okay, nothing.
All right.
We're not going to hurt you at all. It's going to be
Let's
really
go.
smooth procedure. Grab a chair. I need a nurse with some local anesthesia.
All right.
So I know
Where's the
everybody's
doctor
lips
getting
are
social?
different,
Yeah.
but
This is what. So Ashley's
this is
showing
what
me.
I like.
This is what
Okay.
she's looking for. Both of those.
yeah.
You
Yep.
like both of those.
I like this.
The
This-
bottom one.
This is her before, I think, and this is
This
her
is before and after. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So basically, what's been done here is they've added more pink or volume, made the lips look a little bit bigger, did not change the anatomy of those lips. So the anatomy looks good, and that's normal for somebody your age. The anatomy is always good. It's always
Okay.
less volume. So we're going to make them more volume. Now, when I put a little bit of numbing medicine in, it's going to make them feel even bigger than they actually look. But I'll have you look in a mirror, and you'll get to see that they're really not as big as they feel. So what we did is we just made a little puncture into the skin so that I can now pass the cannula in order to inject this product, which we said earlier was going to be Vollure, which is the latest filler, hyaluronic acid filler. You ready, Ashley, for this?
I'm ready.
And I'm going to follow this little opening. All right, so we have a cannula. We're going to inject below the muscle, so I want to be on the mucosal side, and I'm going to work my way to the midline of her lip, below her muscle, but above the mucosa. And then my little cannula tip is now sticking right there. You can see it coming through. That's my cannula. We are going to go ahead and do a little filler here. All right. That was
All right.
0.3 cc's. We're going to put another 0.3 c's on the other side. We're going to create our little opening once again. So I'm going to put 0.2 in the lower. And the reason we put filler upper and lower is because we want to maintain harmony between the upper lip and the lower lip. And so if you just fill the upper lip, it's going to change the dimension of the proportion of upper lip pink to lower lip pink. Blender first. Go ahead and lean back one more time. So I want to make sure there's no collection of filler anyway, so I just like to blend the filler out to the side. That feels pretty even to me. So I'm just massaging the filler a little bit so that it feels nice and soft. There's a little bit of filler here. I'm just going to leave that there. That looks good. Okay. And then we're going to just sit Ashley all the way up and take a look from the front of you.
There we go.
Really numb. Yeah, that feels really good.
Wow, looking nice, Ashley. What do you think?
I love it.
Looks amazing.
Doesn't look off the top,
No.
right? So Megan, this is what I do at the very end. So I like her here, and she's a little deficient right there in the upper lip. Just put a little bit of filler right in here. See how that puts that out, just sort of even things out? Mm-hmm. Feel really numb, Ashley? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a little bit more of a speed bump on this side. This little shape is really a chevron. And then you have another speed bump, and there should almost be a depression between these two columns. So that's Cupid's bow, normal anatomy, and look at how young she looks, right? So the younger you are, the more prominent. So your speed bumps were really not that prominent. Just sometimes it's part of your genetics. Something to me, she's probably in her 20s, and she's got a really prominent Cupid's bow in that whole part. So I just sort of made it a little bit more prominent in you because you could tolerate it a little bit. So now we made a little bit of a prominence. Okay, Ashley, looks great. So just that needle part. All right, let's go get Sam's opinion. Are you gonna watch okay while Sam gets done?
Yeah.
All right. Sam's an old pro at this. It'll probably go pretty fast. All right.
Yeah.
Come and see your sister. Tell her what you think, Sam. Now you're a pro at this. We didn't go over the top, did we?
I know.
I love
Be-
them.
Isn't it? Now see, yeah, you'd be like, oh, make them bigger. Look how much upper lip she has. Now she's paralyzed, well, you know, the numb feeling, so she
I
can't
do
move. So
that.
she's hating the, I can't move my lip, I can't
Yeah.
move my, but how does she, but I mean, is
I
she,
like the volume. I
like the
top.
volume?
I like
Don't
the
you
upper
think?
lip.
So
Yeah.
Sam has been in for one full
She's
syringe and didn't think they were big enough. Came back the next week for another half syringe, Sam,
Yeah.
and she would have gone for 2 syringes had I said, okay,
Yeah.
Sam. Oh, but, so Sam
to say
likes
stop.
volume because that's where most of the
Oh.
filling. So she's taken over.
Okay.
So you're no pro. So I got her numb. We did a little chatting, a little video, and then I did the filler. And she did
Okay.
really well for never having. But it's funny for somebody working in a dental office. She's never been injected before and know that numb feeling. So she's like, so that's what all these patients feel like. They feel like they can't move their lips. I'm paralyzed. I use a real short-acting local, so it's not going to be all night. So by 7 o'clock tonight, you'll go, oh, it's all back to normal. Is if I would use a needle, your lips would probably be bruised right now, black and blue. So it's really common for injectors to not do what I do. Use a cannula, that long thing that looks like scary.
That's what my friend.
Sam?
Yes,
Yes?
we do.
Yes.
All right.
So, you know the gig, right?
She's done this a couple times. She knows it. All right.
So actually, here's our patient here, Sam. Sam, how old are you now?
23.
23. How many times have you had your lips filled with lip filler, you think?
Twice.
And obviously you like the look of having filler in, right? You like,
Yeah.
what kind of lips are you looking for?
Very full.
You like a nice full lip, a lot of pink exposed?
Yeah.
Okay, and it just, for you, that's just a great look.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try to get that done today. And I've already numbed Sam up, and Sam's been in my office before, and we've done filler previously, but I just wanted to review, you know, the reason why she likes to have her lips full. She has beautiful lips as they are now, but we're gonna just try to enhance them a little bit. Nothing over the top. So we're gonna use a cannula today. I like to use a cannula for adding volume to the lips. If I was working on Sam's border, I would be using a needle, and I would be using a different product called Volbella, and it will highlight the border. We might put a little bit of bordering in Sam's filtral columns at the very base to try to make them a little more prominent, to give her a little bit more of a pout there. But the first part of this, I'm just going to add some volume to her lips with the cannula, touch up with the needle, and maybe finish up with just a little bit of work at the Cupid's bow area. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove our little needle here, and hopefully we'll see our entry point. And I do. So we slip right in there, and I'm going to slip my cannula right up into the side of her lip on the, just above the mucosa, below the muscle. And we're going to go right to the midline, which is somewhere right about here. You can see my needle tip, my cannula tip is right there. I'm going to feel that, and I'm just going to reject a little bit of filler as I retract this. And that's all we did. We just put a little bit more volume on that side. I actually put in almost 3/10 of a cc just to give her a little plumpness. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm adding mostly to the upper lip. Still working with Vollure, which is a very smooth product, and it's fairly new. It just came out. I'm going to revert back to my loops so I can do this so precisely. I'm going to trail up her lip. Same thing. I'm just above the mucosa and under the muscle, and I'm actually pretty superficial right here. So, and we're going to just, we're right at the tip here, we're going to just take it a little step further, right about there, and I'm going to inject as I withdraw. So we just finished filling the upper lip with some more lip volume. Now, I always add volume to the lower lip because the ratio of the upper lip in a normal scenario is 1.0 to 1.618. So the lower lip should always be larger than the upper lip. Most people want filler in their upper lip, but you want to keep the ratio somewhat the same as normal, which again is the upper lip being 1.0, the lower lip being 1.618. So I add just a little bit of volume to the midline of the lower lip to maintain that proportion so that when somebody looks at the lips, that proportion should be the same. It's okay to have more filler in the upper lip, but you don't want to distort the proportion because then it won't look natural and normal. So the human eye recognizes that the upper lip is generally smaller than the lower lip. So we can get away by adding more volume to the upper lip, but I always think it's a good idea to add a little bit of volume, save a little bit of your syringe, and just get it in the midline of the lower lip. So we're going to get into that lower lip right now and add a little bit of volume to it. Here we go, Sam. You might not be completely numb, but you know this is a cannula, and you shouldn't feel it too much. And I just want to save a little bit for her Cupid's bow because I think she could benefit from a little bit of Cupid's bow work. So we're going to just, Sam, I'm just going to add a little bit to your Cupid's bow, and I'm going to show you what that Cupid's bow should look like after I'm done. We're going to describe here, and I'm going to use the cannula to do that, is a Cupid's bow. When I pull her lip down, the light changes. There's a little depression here. That's part of your Cupid's bow. There's an area of skin called a philtral column that comes down from the nose to the lip. In the base of the philtral column is this little elevated point, and there should be a little chevron going this direction, and then to another little base or little point, and then up to another philtral column. So this is a normal anatomy of a youthful lip. So I'm going to use a needle, and I'm going to just highlight the base of the philtral column to give it a little bit more of a lift so that it becomes a little bit more prominent and noticeable, and actually adds to the depression in the actual appearance of Cupid's bow. So I'm going to locate the base of the philtral column, which is right here, and I'm just going to create a little speed bump with a little bit of filler. Ever so slightly on either side. That's all it's going to take, is just a little bit there, and that was it. So you can see a little bit, she's got a little bit of a speed bump there and a speed bump there. So it's not too bad, right? I mean, it's not like overly done.
They look luscious.
Don't they? Oh,
I
look at that.
love
Isn't that luscious? They look delicious. You know what? She has really good color to her lips, too. You know what? Is that lipstick or that's your natural lip color?
That's my natural.
Wow, that's just gorgeous. That makes it look more youthful. So I could even enhance this even more. So there's another filler called Volbella that I put in right along the border there, and I can enhance that and go right up the philtral column and really define it well. It's a great little filler. It's different than the one you guys just got. The one you guys got is better for volume. So Sam had a little bit added to her bottom. I always take a little bit at the end. So what I'm going to do is come in Sam's midline. She can tolerate a little bit of filler right here. Just gives her just that little, wow, that looks so good, Sam. Honest, I got to show you.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that nice? That last little bit, I pushed the middle out a little bit, just to give you that little bit.
I love it.
And you can kind of see the light reflecting off of your Cupid's bow right now on that side. I got the white lights there, but I did the same thing on both sides. So you got little speed bumps on either side.
I love it.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I think your lips look really full. I mean, to put another syringe in would be like maybe over the top. What do you think, Ashley? If we did another syringe over the top of that?
I love over the top.
I know, but they are. You know what? For me, they're really. She's got luscious lips, right? I mean, they look really good. As I mentioned to Ashley, it's really soft, so that it's not going to get a lot of fluid. You're not going to get a lot of swelling with this, and it's not going to get hard or lumpy. All right, get your ice pack. Let me get you an ice pack. Hold on.
How was it?
Awesome.
I
How is
love
it?
my lips.
We get our little ice packs for post-surgery. We're going to hand to our patients, and they can just sort of apply it to the lips as needed. Here you go, Sam. So it just feels good to put it on your lips. Go ahead and put it on your lips.
Oh yeah.
Sam, did you have a lip ring before?
Yeah.
The mark's not going to go away, huh?
I know.
So you remind me next time you come in for your lips, I can get rid of it.
Really?
I can get. I'll just.
What do you use?
So I use the Elman wire, and I take a fine wire, and if you have a hole from a lip ring, we just take the fine wire, and it heats the interior of the hole to cause the skin to come together, so it can eliminate any kind of opening from your inside your lip to outside your lip. We just eliminate it. Occasionally I'll put a little stitch in on the outside, but it takes about 2 minutes just with a little bit of local anesthesia.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remove on some of this.
Until next time.